My name is Bud. Yes, that's my name. Two T's. This is my older, more intelligent, more responsible, less handsome, less cool brother. We'd like to thank everybody for coming today. More importantly, last night, the immense turnout that showed up to support the family and pay tribute and honor to my father. At one point in time, I know the line was probably 200 feet long out the door and an hour and 45 minutes in front. So we sincerely thank you for all that support. I'd like to thank my siblings for the memories we're about to share of such a great dad. Me and Marcus, you planned got together Sunday night, my brother Rob, talked to him a couple times, get some exact dates down. I'd like to special thank my sister Sue for unspeakable talents at organizing and writing obituaries for a living, it seems like. It was really only fitting that she read the first reading. As she read it, I was thinking 11 years ago, we almost lost her. And there she was at the altar, speaking for my dad. It was just a great sight. However, this masterpiece right here belongs to all the talents of my brother Mark, honestly. And I thank him for that. It's unbelievable. On behalf of the Houston family, we'd like to thank you for coming to honor and celebrate the life of our father, George William Houston, born December 31st, 1930. He married Patricia Desher on August 8, 1959, and was 1 month shy of her 60th anniversary. However, if you count the 10 years they dated, then it would be close to 70 years. He was the caring father of 9, grandfather of 28, great-grandfather of 12, and an uncle and a friend of many. A simple man and a simple life. Even though that's how Dad led his life, he was one of the most respected men we have ever known. He grew up during the Great Depression, and though he had a mom, he never really knew his father. He lived with others mostly as he grew up. His buddy Bobby Stahl had Gio live with him, and Dad always talked about being raised by Bobby. The fact that he had little family as a child didn't change him as an adult who wanted to have a big family. He started in his life with practically nothing, but found the love of his life with Mom. They dated for almost 10 years, and then would spend the next 60 years together in marriage. With 9 kids, 5 boys and 4 girls, we obviously weren't rich by no means. But happiness and wealth for Dad wasn't about money, it was family. He beamed with pride whenever he spoke of his children or when someone asked about them. That was his sense of pride and accomplishment, being a husband and a father who would take care of his family. That was worth more to him than any money he had. I look at Dad's life as a legacy, and we are his living legacy. Can all the 9 siblings stand up, starting with Mary Friend, Sue,
Roll call.
Rob, Rick, Mike, this is Mark, Bud, Sally, Amy. Now all the spouses and significant others, stand up. Now all the great-grandchildren and grandchildren, stand up. This is the family he created. This is his living legacy. Dad was the original Houston, and now our family looks like this. A few weeks ago, we lost Rob's wife to cancer. It's just an incredible feat that her 2 children stood up and read a petition today. Their admirable strength is just incredible. I'm sure Yvonne met Dad at the gates of heaven so he wouldn't get lost. In a typical Yvonne fashion said, "Good for you, Gio, you made it." Dad was a man of high integrity and was not afraid to speak up when necessary. He valued what was honest, true, trustworthy, kind and right, ahead of his own personal gain. He did not brag about himself and always put other people and their needs first. He was the first to lend a helping hand and often volunteered his kids too. Thanks for volunteering us, Dad. You were a man of character and died the same day as John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Monroe, 3 of the first 5 presidents. Dad beat lung cancer, colon cancer, prostate, and skin cancer in the past 20 years and was afflicted with Alzheimer's the last several years. Over the years, you could tell his memory was fading. He often asked, "Where are we going?" when you drove him somewhere. And when I say often, I mean like every 30 seconds. Or what are we doing here when we were at someone's house? I remember Father's Day one time, he kept saying, "Why am I getting so many presents?" We're like, "Dad's Father's Day, shut up, let's get your presents." After a while, you could only laugh at the repeated questions and answers instead of crying. During conversations with Dad, we would often try to jog his memory. Though he was gone, I think these are some things that would be great memories for him as he battled Alzheimer's. The conversations would look like this. We would ask.
So as I was thinking of things, I know a lot of us would talk to Dad and say, "Hey, Dad," and try to refresh his memory or at least have a conversation. So some of the things we may have asked and we did. "Hey, Dad, remember when you were young and Bobby Stahl's family took you into their home? It was the beginning of a lifelong friendship and the 2 best flat tops around." "Hey, Dad, remember when the world knew you as Sonny and not Gio? You could always tell when someone called the house if they knew Dad from way back. They asked for Sonny. And if you answered the phone and all you heard was, 'Hey, put Sonny on the phone,' or 'Put your old man on the phone,' you knew it was Bobby Stahl. Bobby Stahl. "Hey, Dad, remember joining the Marine Corps, serving as a radio man in the Korean War, and learning all the values, discipline, and respect that would serve you and others the rest of your life, eventually passing those same ideals on to your children? You inspired 2 sons and 2 grandsons to enlist. And right now, I know Dad would be extremely honored. Ricky, can you stand up to know that one of his grandsons is in the Gio would be very honored to see that. Not only did you serve in Korea, you got to bring back some gold-plated China flatware that's still in the original crate in the basement of Mom's house.
Never opened.
Hey, Dad, remember meeting and marrying Mom to begin a relationship that would last almost 70 years and 60 years of marriage? Hey, Dad, remember being there for the birth of 9 children and raising them with Mom to have the right morals and values? Although at the time, especially for the younger ones, dads weren't allowed in delivery rooms back then, so you actually missed the actual birth.
Sorry.
Hey, Dad, remember when you would take the older kids camping? And see, he did that with the older ones, but once we got too many, I don't ever remember going camping, so the older ones got all privileged there. Remember when you would take the older kids camping and one of your sons, Rob, dragged your camera and walked in Japan for creek water? Brand new. Mom never let you forget that, Rob, even after 45 years.
We would still have it in the basement if it wasn't for real.
In the box. Hey Dad, you remember when you coached the kids' sports team at Our Lady of the Council and offered advice for each of us to improve all the time? Hey Dad, you remember going fishing with Uncle Dave numerous times for vacation, catching numerous fish and drinking many beers? The unique thing was they didn't bring a ruler or anything, so every fish they caught was measured in beer can lengths. They would stack the cans and then put the fish beside it. Hey, that one's 4 cans long, it's a keeper. Or how about the time you and Uncle Dave went fishing and lost track of the days you were gone, and Mom had to call the state patrol to go look for you when you didn't return home?
Good times.
Hey Dad, you remember working every single Irish, Italian, Polish dinner at Good Counsel, school picnic, and your job was always washing the pots and pans. You volunteered a lot of your time there so others could have a good time to serve your parish. And by your job, you mean our job because all the boys were stuck washing dishes too.
Yes, thanks for that. Missed out on like 3 hours of rides. Thanks for that.
Hey Dad, remember when Mom replaced the cloth diapers? And back then they didn't have the diapers and puppies. Mom replaced the cloth diapers in the toilet to let soak, to make it easier to clean when one of the slightly older siblings wouldn't pay attention and go in, do their business, and yep, you guessed, they flushed the cloth diaper down the toilet, causing it to back up. Mom would get so angry and upset because she knew that you would be livid. Each time this happened, yes, multiple times, you would have to go to the basement, open whatever pipe on the sewage, and all the sewage would come out. Yup, there was a lot of vocabulary learned by all of us at those times. Hey Dad, you remember when Mom told you she was tired of the boys fighting each other all the time, and your solution was to come home with boxing gloves so we couldn't hurt each other? Yeah, that was a great solution. That didn't increase any of the fights at all.
It's a great solution.
Hey Dad, remember being at church? And someone walked up to the altar while Monsignor Pelker was giving a homily, gave him a note, and then he stopped Mass and said, "George Houston!" And he was searching for you. And you raised your hand. And he said, "Get home immediately. We have an emergency." So Dad ran 2 stop signs, 1 red light, and he went home to find his 4-year-old son wrapped with a towel on his head covered in blood, because he tried to carry those big Coke bottles down the steps and fell, basically cut the top of his scalp off. And so for you younger kids, seeing Coke bottles and soda bottles become actually bottles, they were plastic. And we didn't have cell phones, so when you had an emergency, this is how you had to track people down. It wasn't, 911, get home, LOL. Hey Dad, you remember every time we drove somewhere like Aunt Mary and Uncle Dave's house, it was singing time, and we would always sing the Marine Corps hymn. Mom would lead the singing, but I think you had the song for us. Hey Dad, remember when we were real little, and you took us kids on mystery rides? And mystery rides would always be that cheap entertainment fun of parking by the airport and watching the planes come in. Next story. And then if we were good enough, we got to stop by Dairy Queen on the way home. Hey Dad, you remember every Sunday night dinner at our house? It was a weekly event for any and all to attend. You barbecued chicken and pork steaks every Sunday. And it wasn't just for the family, it was for anyone to attend. Normally, there were about 20 people each week, eating, playing jarts, washers, trivia, Pictionary. But you were the world's worst Pictionary player. You would stand there scratching your head trying to draw a circle. World's worst. But you could win an Olympic medal at jarts. Or washers.
Hey Dad, remember playing jars and then eventually washers every Sunday and at every family function? No matter which game it was, Dad was untouchable and could almost count on him getting a really heavy throw. Hey Dad, remember playing in the men's softball league until you were 60s? You started Our Lady Guadalupe and then a good council. Every team wanted Gio to pitch for them. He even had a no-hitter once. Many men we meet will often say, I played softball with your dad. Hey Dad, remember when Mom threw all the leftovers in a pot? And that would be our dinner at times? Remember when you tried to eat a bowl of whatever was in the pot with a fork and it fell through? So you grabbed a spoon and it fell off? Then somehow the spoon went flying and bounced off the table in the living room and you loudly asked, what am I supposed to eat this with? It was a great time. Mom didn't answer, by the way. Hey Dad, remember when Rob came home from Marine boot camp? High and mighty. He went after Michael wearing his jeans. And you kindly held him up against the wall with one hand on his neck, Darth Vader style. And politely reminded him who the #1 Marine in the house and always would be. Rob, that was really frightening and extremely cool all at once. Hey Dad, remember never missing our softball, basketball, or when we were in high school, soccer game or wrestling matches? He was at every single one. He was our biggest fan. Hey Dad, remember working for the St. Louis County Department of Highway for 40 years? You were supervisor for the concrete crew and for District 2. Even though you had bosses above you, everyone knew and respected Gio. Guys that worked for Dad learned what it meant to put in a good day's work. He was the one they listened to, even the superintendent. When it snowed and the plows went out, the local news media were always sent to Dad to do interviews for the highway department. He was the celebrity of the county highway, for sure. Hey Dad, remember carrying a handkerchief or two at all times? You never went anywhere without a handkerchief. No one of us never understood the idea of carrying it, blow your snot in it, fold it back up like the boogers go away, and just put it back in your pocket. And it would be perfectly folded. And I mean, 80 years of holding this napkin. Oh, God. We all have one now, though. Thanks, Mark, for that. Hey, Dad, remember all the Boy Scout trip campouts you won over the years? You were a scout forever. Remember winning the Silver Bullet Award with Rob and Rick and going to numerous summer camps with Rob, Rick, Mike, and Mark? I denied anyone who was never a scout, I'm sorry. Dad was the master storyteller at campfires. He always had a story for everything. Hey Dad, remember the lifelong friend you had, Lou Roth, who was your tent mate on every single campout you went on? Lou and Gio were always together. They led many young men over the years and played more practical jokes at camps, including having boys find bacon stretchers, smoke shifters, going on snipe hunts, and occasionally tying someone up like my brother Mike. That was until Mike fell and split his ear open and needed stitches. Seriously, it was still really funny, even though Mike had to go to the hospital. Hey Dad, remember going to Camp Philmont in New Mexico with the Boy Scouts? We did so much hiking, about 150 miles in 10 days, and climbed Mount Baldy each time. You were in your 50s and 60s, but still attacked it like you were a much younger man. Hey Dad, remember going deer hunting every year with Rob and sometimes Rick? You went 40 years and never got a deer. I remember saying, bye Dad, I've heard Luke call like, is there even a gun in there? He never comes home with one. But you actually did. Sounded more like a vacation than a beer trip than a hunting trip. Hey Dad, remember when several of us took you to a Cardinal game and there was a unit of new Marines sitting near us? When they found out you were a Marine and a Korean vet, each and every one of them walked up to you during the game and shook your hand for being a Marine and thanking you for your service, paving the way for fellow Marines. That was a sign of the respect that you always seem to get from everyone. As they left you, they told you, Semper Fi, which for Marines, always faithful, always loyal. Hey Dad, remember your love for hot dogs? You ate more hot dogs than the rest of the family combined. He could beat Joey Chestnut in a hot dog eating contest if it was over a week instead of 10 minutes. Ironically, you passed away on the same day as the Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Championship. You could have been at the 10. So fitting. Hey Dad, remember all the holidays at the Houston House, which was the place to be growing up? Remember on Christmas, the day often started in the morning with visits from our neighbors, Ed, Ruth, Lee, and Debbie Boner. Then Sister Ozier would come over, and then the rest of the family and friends. And then always about 10 p.m. or later, the Birdhouse would show up until after midnight. Our house was open every one of the holidays, especially Christmas. Hey Dad, speaking of holidays, you remember every holiday you get out the camcorder and make family videos like you were Steven Spielberg and got everyone to say something into the camera. And of course, when someone else took the camera and got you in a shot, you always said, "Star of the show here, star of the show." Every single time, never failed. Star of the show. Yes, you were. Hey Dad, remember having to iron everything you wore in your entire life? No matter where we were going, Dad had to iron his clothes and even thought of ironing his underwear a couple times. He had to have a crease in his pants, and don't forget you had to have spray starch in the house too. And it didn't matter if it was pants or a t-shirt. Hey Dad, remember every weekend morning you got up and made breakfast for everyone? All the time. The term Geo potatoes was born, and to this day, most of us make Geo potatoes for breakfast. Hey Dad, remember every year when the boys were adults, this is another one of those, you will be there. Yeah. It was mandatory for us to go to the men's council breakfast each January. Started a good council and eventually right here. All the boys and brother-in-laws would go, and Dad was always proud to be with you boys. Everyone knew we were Geo's boys, and after a few years, I wasn't really sure if I was there to be with Dad or just so Dad had a designated driver. Including the 1 year Amy had to drive us home. Oh, she was 14. Thanks, Amy. Thanks again, Amy. Hey, Dad. Do you remember walking Mary Fran, Sally, and Amy down the aisle in the days of their wedding? We were very proud of them and the men they would marry to start their own families. Hey Dad, remember when Sue was stricken with cancer and you and Mom never left her side at the hospital, and then you basically moved in with her for about 2 years? You never questioned it or complained. You took that as an honor to be with her as she fought through that. Sue was given just a few months. Sue is now 11 years cancer-free, when many had lost faith. Actually, we told him one time because he didn't vacuum the lines in the carpet right. Sue said something. She came over and brought her circles and beers in my house. One time. Just once. Hey, Dad. Do you remember the time you lost everything you owned? Oh, wait a second, I'm sorry. That would never happen because Dad wrote GEO on everything he owned. From hats to clothes to coolers to his pocket knives to the tools in the house. There wasn't a thing in the house that's not
name is on everything in black permanent marker. So, if anyone gets something from the house, just consider it like getting an autograph memorabilia. Bingo. It's yours. Keep it forever. Be a collector item. Hey, Dad. Do you remember how you affectionately became known as Gio and no longer Sonny to just about everyone? Pretty sure it had something to do with that labeling system that we just talked about. Everyone knows who Gio is. Hey, Dad, you remember what you did for a living? Remember all the concrete work you did on the side, pouring driveways, patios, sidewalks, and all the boys had to go to work with you, doing the intensive sledgehammer work or breaking up the concrete, lifting up the concrete, loading it up in the truck, getting rid of it. Even then, there were plenty of driveways with GEO written on them. Right here in Belmont Neighbors, there's probably 40 driveways with someone who owns it now with GEO written somewhere in the corner, and it was like he was signing a masterpiece by Picasso.
Youngman, you got one for sure, bro.
Hey, Dad, remember all the trips to the doctor or hospital for every cut or injury that occurred? I think Rick was going every other month for concussions, so
right.
We got a couple with Geo written on it at the hospital. Dad invented the word home health care because we went to the doctor just once to get stitches, and Dad refused to go back and pay to have them removed. So Dr. Geo would remove them with scissors, tweezers, plenty of iodine to sterilize it if we had it, pliers, whatever was it, whatever he had. And it was nothing like red and brown stains on your hands for weeks. Today they probably get hotline for child abuse, I'm sure. Hey, Dad, remember all those vacations after you retired with the Compasses, Youngman, Whites, Donnellys, and others? You and Mom even bought a lake house or a condo at the Ozarks with them, all in the same spot at Duckhead Condominiums, and shared much time with them. You greatly enjoyed fishing, and I know you did because you talked about it a lot and spent time with them. Hey, Dad, do you remember that time you were vacationing and with that same group and Mr. Youngman challenged you to do that gravity drop thing, that free fall thing, like at Six Flags, where they got that dragon's wing and you go up and you drop from it? Well, this one was like almost twice as tall as the dragon's wing at Six Flags, and you were 60-something years old. So you and Bill Youngman did it together. And I'm pretty sure there was a lot of beer curves that led up to that.
Lots of them.
It's on video somewhere, on a VHS, somewhere at Mom's house,
I got it.
Amy's house, if anyone can find a VHS for it. Hey, Dad, remember each time you saw one of your grandkids? The girls were always the most pretty, the supermodels, and in your eyes, the boys were always 9 feet tall. Dad was only 5'6", and he'd always go, "I'd give $1 million to be that tall," as he looked up at you every time. Hey, Dad, remember that 2 of your grandkids carry your name. Put's son Gio and Sally's son will forever share that name. Gio and little Georgie. Share your grandpa's story. Live up to the expectations he held for all his kids. And by the way, some people know this, but not everybody. Did you know Rob was also named after Dad? If you don't, Rob was really named George Robert Houston, but has always been called by his middle name. He's never been known as George, just Rob. Love Rob. Hey, Dad. Remember when you were diagnosed with Alzheimer's? And you didn't understand what was wrong with you. Every time you were asked how you were feeling, you would always say, "Great, fine." You always knew your kids' names through the end, and that never left your mind. You would call out for us when we would be there. You always had a positive outlook every day. Hey, Dad. You remember when you were called to heaven in the early morning hours on the 4th of July? Remember as you born came back to you, and they are now with you as you watch over us. You can remember it all now. We love you, Dad.
We'd like to thank everyone for coming today. Our Father entered and left this world on 2 days of celebration, New Year's Eve and 4th of July. As we depart, please let us share these great stories and memories, and your own memories too, and celebrate the life of a great man, husband, father, papa, and hero. Most importantly, please remember his unconditional love, positive outlook on life, and personal relationships with everyone. Dad had an impeccable, positive outlook all the way to the end. You have taught us through your parenting and modeling that success is not measured by the amount of money one makes. Success is the love and care that you show towards family and friends. It is the devotion you give to your family because they will always love you and be there for you through good times and bad. It is the friends you make, the people you help, the things you do to touch the lives of others. Success is being proud of who you are and blessed that God granted this for each of us. We are Houstons. We are strong. We don't give up, and we are thankful for being members of this family. Thank you, Dad and Mom, for giving us these priceless gifts that will always be a part of us. Family is